pink one. No, the pink one. The pink one.
This one? This one right here? Pay up. Pay up.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Coffee House. I'm Curtis.
And I'm Tiffany. And this is our 13 games for Halloween.
Today's episode, we're tackling...
Bedville Carnival.
Yeah! So this was a Game Found thing, I think, if I remember correctly. I've had it for quite some time.
We're professionals.
We're very professional, so this is why you watch our channel. I do have the collector's edition of Bedville Carnival. I don't know the differences between the retail and the collector's edition. I think your tokens are going to be cardboard instead of metallic, and I think instead of acrylic standees, you might just have regular standees. But aside from that, as far as I know, the game is exactly the same. So just bear that in mind. Your components may not match our components. Now, having said that, what is Bedville Carnival?
It's a spooky carnival.
It is a spooky carnival. You're right.
You want to get skulls, and you want to get the prize, and have the most prizes at the end.
In a nutshell, that's basically how the game works. So pretty much what's going to happen is you are one of many different dead characters that have recently perished from one way or another, from one background or another, and you find yourself at this undead afterlife carnival. And pretty much, as Tiffany said, you're going to be moving around the board. You're going to be collecting the skulls based on the location that you're visiting. And you're going to be trying to buy the souvenirs at these locations because, as again Tiffany said, the player with the highest amount of points, which comes from these souvenirs at the end of the game, is the winner. Now, the thing about this game is that, you know, it's competitive, and when you visit these attractions and you perform the action that the attraction has, you're going to generate noise, and each attraction has a different value for noise. And once you trigger that action, you're going to place these noise markers on that location. And why is that bad?
Because noise attracts Mr. Carl.
That's right. Mr. Carl is this lovely denizen right here. And he has directional arrows. The direction in which he's facing is the direction he's going to travel towards the noisiest attraction. And if you happen to be standing at that noisiest attraction, once he moves, well, he's going to snatch you up, you're going to get removed from the board, and you're going to suffer some penalties, and you don't want that. However, you can use that to your advantage and completely bone over the other players by utilizing noise correctly and positioning him in the correct orientation so that he goes towards the opposite direction of yourself, towards the noisiest attraction. So there is some strategy towards utilizing Mr. Carl. He's also got this little cat named Fleabag, and Fleabag will also move in a certain direction depending on the arrow, but Fleabag doesn't mess with noise. Instead, what Fleabag does is Fleabag discards the souvenirs, making the points fewer and fewer and fewer for you to get, and bringing you closer to the end of the game, because the game ends once you collect these souvenirs. So, how do you trigger these effects? Well, there is this little bag that's got a handful of tokens in it. So you've got a token for Mr. Carl, you've got a token for Fleabag, and then you've got 3 other randomly selected tokens that are placed into this bag. And like I said, I do believe on the regular edition, instead of metal coins, you'll have regular cardboard tokens. But what you're going to do is at the end of your turn, after you've bought your souvenirs, after you've moved, after you've collected your joy markers, which are these skulls, and after you've triggered the attraction, that's when you're going to reach into that bag and you're going to pull out whatever you may find. It could be Mr. Carl, which is how he's going to trigger movement towards the noise. It could be Fleabag, who's going to discard those souvenirs. Or it could be any number of bonuses. You could get more joy markers. You could add more noise. There's several different options of things that you can get. In addition to that, we have all of these unique characters. And what do these characters do?
Yeah, so for example, Cindy here, she has Superstar's Whim. So each time you would take a skull assigned to an attraction, you can take one of them of any color instead of the original color. So that can really come in handy if you want to buy something.
What else does she do?
She has Pinkaholic. So before drawing one of the coins out of the bag, you can pay 1 pink skull to move to an adjacent attraction. And I don't trigger the action, but I do add noise. But I can also collect the skull.
That's pretty nifty.
I think so.
There's even a character in the game who's actually my character of choice, which is Melville. He's a judge, and he can utilize Mr. Carl particularly to his advantage. So anytime any other player is caught by Mr. Carl, you gain a joy marker of any color. And then anytime Mr. Carl's coin is pulled from the bag and resolved, you can pay a yellow joy marker to resolve it again. So like this is a character that it goes really, really hard into Mr. Carl and tormenting your opponent. So there's definitely a lot of variety. She hates him.
Yeah, it's a real pain.
But I choose him almost every time just because it is the most aggressive, chaotic take that character in the game. And when I play this game, sometimes I really feel feisty, and it's just something that I want to do. So why did we put this game on our list?
It's spooky.
It's spooky.
It fits the theme. I think it's a great choice for spooky season, Halloween season, however you want to call it. It's easy enough that we could play this with our 11-year-old if we wanted to.
Yes.
And it's great to break out for groups. It's short. Not too short, but it's short enough that it can be a filler game.
And I don't like using the term filler game, but this absolutely does fall into that category. And I don't mean that in a negative way. This is like the good kind of filler game. This is one, like Tiffany said, you can bring it out, you can play it in like 30 to 45 minutes.
Yep.
It takes 3 minutes to teach. It's a short time to play. There is some depth to it. There is some strategy to it, but like it's not super deep. This is one that you play before you play something hardcore or after you play something hardcore. Or if you're just sitting around chit-chatting and want something to do with your hands and just think about something just a little bit, this is one of those games that you're going to bust out. It's bright and colorful. The artwork is fantastic. The components are wonderful. And we really dig it. Every time we play it, we always have a good time with it. I never end up playing this game and going, man, that was a waste of my time.
Yeah, no, everyone in our group actually enjoys this one too, so.
This is a good family game. It's a good Halloween game. It's a great spooky game. And above all else, it's one that you should absolutely play for Halloween. That is...
Bedville Carnival.
Hey!